Hey there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. I'm Chris Boden and you're not. It's Tuesday, April 30th at 12:33 hours, and this is my day. There's another coat. Hello guys, it's 13:24 hours and it's time for viewer mail. Do you know what that is? That's the owl off Liz's desk. That's the owl with some electrical tape. Put that right there. I'm a horrible person. I have no idea who this is from. Let's see if we can figure it out. There are very few things in the world that are instantly as much simple joy as this.
Oh my.
Ah! Yes! I have no idea who they're from. I have no idea who they're from. But they're boxes of 12 Sharpies. I'm just going to go around all day and hand out Sharpies to staff members. Say that's your Sharpie. I don't know who invented the Sharpie marker, but thank you. Thank you for inventing the Sharpie marker and spreading joy and love throughout the entire world of those of us who like to build stuff. Sharpie, right out loud. I can't believe I knew that off the top of my head. The Sharpie motto is right out loud, which is actually kind of cool. Alright, next step is to prime the drywall. It's a little dry. So this is where I will... Jabroni! Oh. Nobody likes you! Did he bring it? He brought the stick. Okay. Don't need that end. You need the paint opening end. See, Patrick can do this in like 3 pops because he knows the exact angle, just like, and then you go up 120 degrees. Yeah, it's your elite paint ninja knowledge. I go on the Zen system of, it'll open when it wants to. Must be patient.
What's your problem?
Oh God, you want a list? I mean, really, there's nature, nurture, setting. My problem is just heavy. Could you please take that down? I was calling to find out where the hell the paint was, and then I found out that you put it exactly right there in the middle of the room where everybody can find it. That goes together.
How did you do this?
I didn't do this to you.
I had a very firm grip on it. Pile extra shit on it.
I got nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. I got drywall primer. Step 1. It's totally not step 1. Step 1 was like, build the wall. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Where'd it go? What? Where'd it go? I'll tell you when you tell me what you're looking for. Oh, he's in the box.
Oh. I figured out what it reminds me of.
What?
Pikmin.
What?
Pikmin.
What's Pikmin?
Pikmin is a Nintendo character.
Kind of like a bowling pin, actually.
Well, yeah, that's actually a better comparison.
Peeled off almost all the blue.
It's the crown of Lower Egypt.
It's really heavy now.
Do you have any idea who donated the Sharpies?
I have absolutely no idea who donated the Sharpies, but I'll bet they comment on the video.
Okay.
And then I can thank them appropriately. here's the thing that either I'm doing it wrong or everybody I see is doing it wrong. It's probably me, but here's how I do it. When you get a new paint roller, okay, you've got, look at that. I want to point out it took me like 10 seconds before I had paint on my finger. When you get a new paint roller, you got to load it up because it takes it. And I've seen people they'll do this and then try and paint a wall. You got to like load it up. So you've got the support side of the frame and you've got the open side of the frame. Now here's my system. I could be totally wrong on this. This is just what I do, and I've painted a couple walls. You go in and you drag some paint up and coat the washboard. That's what we're going to call this part, the washboard. And then you roll it and you put more pressure on this end to get this to spin, because once it has paint on it evenly, it'll spin. Now you watch as you load this in, you're going to end up with a little trough of paint on this end, and that'll form a layer of goopy shit down here, and it makes a mess. So you go like this, and then you flip this over, and now you can push that down and get it out of there. So now it's loaded up. It's still not totally primed. You're gonna put a lot of paint in the roller before you get it right. And then once you pull it out, keep moving it, and it won't drip so bad. And then on the wall. When you use a roller, I see a lot of people, because I deal with a lot of people who it's like their first time with a paint roller. You don't want to go fast, because if you go fast, it'll actually fling, and you'll get paint all over everywhere. Painting is a zen thing. You gotta take your time and relax, and just not get all stressed out. Just relax and enjoy the painting. Now this is just drywall primer, so it's going to look like hell at first, and that's all right. It'll be better when it's done. And the main purpose of drywall primer is to help the paint stick evenly to the drywall. That's pretty much all it's there for. This isn't finished coat. You're not trying to get it pretty. There's a lot on there. And Patrick, if anything I'm saying is against the training of the proper paint department guru, let me know, because you know stuff about this. You probably know more about painting than I do.
No, everything you said has been accurate. Okay. The only thing I would throw in there if I had to be picky is that it's not just a primer, it's a primer sealer. Okay. So that helps seal the drywall, because drywall is like a sponge.
Yeah.
It soaks up paint in crazy. So you can buy expensive $30, $40, $50 a gallon paint and primer all in one, and if you put it on brand new drywall, it's going to soak it up like a sponge. So instead of getting that 400 square feet a gallon like you normally would see on a paint and primer, you're going to get like 150, 200, maybe 300 square feet of coverage, and that's just one coat. So you're going to end up putting on, 4 times the amount of paint if you don't properly prime it.
And drywall primer itself is actually really cheap.
Drywall primer, depending on if you need the additional mold resistance or not, is anywhere between 10 and 20 bucks a gallon for the really expensive stuff, but normally closer to about 15 bucks to 12 bucks a gallon. Okay. If you catch it on sale, even less. And yes, 12 bucks a gallon to be absorbed like a sponge, compared to 30, 40, 50, $60 to be absorbed like a sponge.
And when I do this, because this is the finished carpet for the area, I put down just a sheet of wood to protect things, and then I'm confining my painting to directly over the wood for this first little bit. And I'll paint this area, top to bottom, and then I'll move my wood.
Giggity.
Now, when you're getting into edging stuff, you can do a lot of edging with a roller. The trick is, you want to use different edges for different applications. I'm trying to stay off the wood. I'm sure there's no danger that I will hit the wood at some point, but that's what the wood's there for, so that I don't hit the carpet. Now for out here, you just take the roller, and if you hold the roller and go over by like 10%, it's okay, and you'll get a nice sharp line, and you'll see there's no paint on this. It's nice and clean, it's all the way to the edge, because you can do that with a roller, and it's nice and easy. Just boop. Okay. Now when you get low, you can get right down to it, and if you want to paint the whole thing, you can, but I know that there's going to be trim on here, so I'm not going to worry about painting all the way down, because my trim is going to go up like 4 inches, And if I'm painting down to half an inch off the floor, I know I'm totally safe. Now I gotta get over here. Oh, here's another useful thing. If you look, every paint roller frame, the roller frame is this part, that I've ever seen has a little hooky thing here. Okay, that's there for a reason. That's there so you can hook it on the edge and the paint roller won't go down in the paint. Those are those little things that nobody ever seems to notice, but they're out there. If you look, they're there. That's gonna suck. Yeah, that's gonna suck. And I'm gonna get paint on the thing. You want to roll it out and make sure you get paint all the way around the roller. I didn't get too much paint on it. Patrick, could you please pull the mailbox back a couple inches?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Oh, excellent. That's plenty far. I just want to make sure everything's okay.
Oh, I understand. It's your big red box that's been sitting in storage for 2 years. You don't want to ruin it now.
Oh, screw it up. I like that box. It's a good box. Cool. Now that section's done. Back the ladder off. Slide our wood down. Out on the rocks. So you have a day of scanning documents?
I have a day of scanning documents.
Thrilling life of your internship here.
Well, not all days are playing with high explosives.
Though we do have an explosives day coming up soon.
We do?
We pulled an airbag out of that old Corvette thing.
Okay.
So yeah, there's going to be a trip probably out to Enos's. Or not Enos, Todd's. He lives out in the country.
Yeah, you can get away with a lot more in the country, I know.
Yeah. So we're going to go out to Todd's and set up the airbag.
Okay.
That'll be good video.
That will be good video. So is this an OEM airbag?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's aftermarket airbags for, the racing crowd.
There is, you can make a lot of money on airbags. Like, they sell more than car stereos, tires, transmissions.
Yeah.
They're very expensive.
Okay.
In fact, for a while, I don't know if it's still the case, for a while, people were stealing airbags out of cars instead of radios because you could sell them for a crap ton of money.
To whom?
To people who had their airbag deploy and chop shops that fix those cars.
Oh. Okay.
Because let's face it, there are some part suppliers who don't ask questions, they just need product.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah, well, when you're dealing with stolen goods. But yeah, I don't know if they're still doing it, but it got to a point where they were chipping airbags so that if you removed them, they wouldn't work with another vehicle in order to try to stem the theft of airbags.
Well, that's a great idea. Let's chip the airbags because how many people are going to know?
Look, I don't know if they actually did it or they were just talking about doing it. I just remember hearing them talking about doing it. So
There's no way they could chip airbags. Think of that from a litigation standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when that system fails, or when a person unknowingly, legally purchases an illegal airbag?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's way too many lawsuits there, and not for nothing, but the airbag guys, they're pretty used to lawsuits at this point.
Yeah.
They've had enough of that shit.
Well, I could be wrong. It may have been
I can see it being talked about somewhere by some damn fool.
Yeah, they may have talked about it instead of actually doing it. I just know that airbag theft was a huge issue for a while,
Oh, yeah.
and they were talking about trying to. So, unfortunately, the bean counter in me said, "You got an airbag that's not deployed for a high-end car? Cha-ching." But then there's the nerd of me who wants to see things explode. So.
Well, if that airbag's worth a serious bit of cash, let me know, because we need the money more than we need the video. Because if I can sell that airbag for like $200 or $300, we'll do it, because it's a legal airbag. It's a good airbag.
Yeah.
And we'll sell it, and $300 for an airbag could be lights for the chemistry lab. And guess which I need more than a video?
Chemistry lab.
Yeah. So, I'm done. I'm a horrible person.
No, you're not. You're being practical.
I was thinking the Sharpie thing on my chest looks like something that some guy in an African tribe would wear. I'm Kuntu Sharpay. Yeah! It's legit too, you know why? Because all these Sharpies are black. And the hate mail starts today.
Let me just say, coming from a fellow white as snow individual, you are the cracker-ass cracker I've ever seen, Cracker.
I've actually seen snow and he ain't that white. He is terribly white, but he's got that whole Jamaican accent thing down really well. But he looks like the kind of kid that you'd see at the Mall of America thinking he's tough.
I've been to the Mall of America. It's a very interesting building.
Not a lot of places for street thugs though.
No, they got armed cops everywhere. Makes it difficult.
You know they don't have heat there? Useless bit of knowledge. The Mall of America doesn't have heat. Doesn't need it. It's entirely heated by occupants. So when you were in the Mall of America, you were helping to heat the Mall of America, just, by shopping. So walk faster. I should do that up a bit.
Given how cold Minneapolis, St. Paul is, I'm actually somewhat surprised by that.
They have air conditioning.
Yeah, well, I saw the vents. I saw the air conditioning.
They have air conditioning. They have heat.
They also have an amusement park inside the building. It's that big. Like roller coaster and everything.
Moose used to live right near there, I think.
I did an internship out there.
You did an internship near the Mall of America?
Egan.
What's Egan? Dan Egan?
No, Egan is a suburb of Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Okay.
I was in Egan. So
I'm sorry.
I was working for a legal demonstrative company, basically using 3D animation to create courtroom demonstration type stuff.
A perfect job for someone with your particular skill set.
It was. Unfortunately, they needed somebody who was a programmer at the time more than they needed me, but otherwise they would have hung on to me. But it's cool, because that was pretty much right around the time I knew I was going to law school, so it was a great intro.
Now, when you paint with a paint roller, sometimes you get a little paint that will start to pool down on one end. And if you hold it facing the same direction all the time, it'll drip. So every now and then, just flip it over. Just as you... It won't hurt. Sorry. And don't always roll in the same direction. Randomize it. Sometimes vertically, sometimes horizontally, sometimes at angles. Drive around a bit. Just don't hold it and spin. That's bad.
I do have one thing about the Mall of America that I think you'd absolutely love.
What? fun.
You need to visit Legoland.
I can't go to Legoland. I can't. There's just certain things I can't do right now. I can't go to Legoland. I can't even think about Legos too much. I can't do trains. I can't go to Walters. I've heard tell there are actually hobby shops in Grand Rapids buried away somewhere still. I can't go to those. No. There is no money for playing. We have a lab to get open to the public, and everything else will be. And that's okay. That's the job. That's what we do. Toys wait. I haven't even touched my motorcycle, and you've seen what the weather's been like.
I didn't even know you had a motorcycle.
It's a 1975 Honda CB 550 inline 4 sitting right in the middle of the VSL, which is exactly where it's been sitting since late last year.
Okay. I had seen that floating out there
It's
from
that
time
yellow
to time.
motorcycle. That is my church. Because if you want to know how to have a conversation with God, a motorcycle and a nice sunny spring day like today, and a long country road, preferably with a little bit of twisties.
And hopefully a helmet.
Oh yeah. Michigan doesn't require it by law, but intelligence requires that you wear a helmet.
Michigan got rid of that law because there's a couple of people who say that helmets impede their vision and being able to hear and makes it more dangerous for drivers,
That's
which,
a crock of shit. They just like riding without a bucket.
well, no, there isn't.
That's fine, and if that's your thing, I support it, because I think the people that ride without buckets tend to be a self-limiting problem. This is why I think that heroin should be legalized, because the people that tend to do lots of heroin tend not to vote. They tend not to be a problem for very long. They go away.
I would agree with you, except for the opium dens in Europe and all that other fun stuff, turn of the century.
Yeah, but that was 100 years ago. We've come a long way since then.
Yeah, but if we were to legalize it, I have a feeling we'd return to that exact same situation for many areas. So I think it's a big enough problem that intervention is necessary, at least for some of that harder stuff.
No. Because I think if you legalize it, because like I don't do heroin, and I don't not do heroin because it's illegal. I don't do heroin because it's fucking stupid.
I agree.
And if they legalize it, most of the people out there tend to have a similar opinion of that I do. Because you're not going to start doing heroin if they legalize it. You're not going to start doing crack if they legalize it.
But it's not the problem of the people who know better. It's the problem of the I'm so strung out, I'm going to rob a liquor store so I can get even more strung out.
Isn't that against the law to rob a liquor store?
It is.
Aren't there laws against that?
It is.
Okay, so what's the problem?
The problem is that by legalizing one, even though you're not directly legalizing the other, you do seem to increase the occurrence of it.
You're aware the statistics in this are really, really against you, right?
You are also aware that most statistics are made up, if not, massaged over a generation or two so that it makes it even more difficult.
How many people does the United States have in our prisons?
More than we should.
More than, like, the next 50 countries combined?
Yep.
And what percentage of those people are in there for nonviolent drug offenses? You had me my ass on video. I'm okay with that.
Sorry for that brief interruption. But we're not talking, all right, nonviolent in terms of marijuana. Yes, I agree with you. The marijuana laws in this country really need a serious debate.
If you're going to legalize drugs, legalize drugs. Let people be responsible for their own actions. Let people face up to the consequences of their own actions. And quit incarcerating 1 billion fucking people for nothing.
And on some of the lighter things, I don't disagree. But some of the really hard shit, I think there's still enough need to have them illegal.
For really hard shit, but what are they in prison for? Are they in prison for doing a little crack? No, they're in prison for distribution. They're in prison for manufacturing. They're in prison for dealing in large amounts. Okay, so if you legalize it, those people don't have to go to prison anymore. And I rather like that we live in a capitalist society. I think it's kind of cool. And if it's legal, then smart, motivated people working within the confines of the law and paying taxes, you're still going to have crack. You're still going to have all this bullshit. But the people that you have selling the crack are going to be it's just like with alcohol. When they made alcohol illegal, before alcohol was illegal, it was sold by intelligent businessmen. When they made it illegal, it was sold by thugs, intelligent thugs. Just people that were willing to work outside the confines of the law.
Except one of those fun statistics that unfortunately I can only paraphrase because I don't remember the exact numbers. If you look at the volume of alcohol that was consumed in the United States before Prohibition compared to today, we consumed more alcohol by volume pre-Prohibition than we do today, despite the fact our population has boomed by like 10 times.
Okay.
So there was a constant drunken stupor over half the country during pre-Prohibition.
Okay.
The U.S. did need a timeout. Now don't get me wrong, you're right, Prohibition was a huge mistake. It led to organized crime, it led to a lot of problems.
Organized crime way before Prohibition. They just got into alcohol at that point because it was lucrative.
We had small street gangs that controlled areas of cities. With organized crime and Prohibition, we had gangs that controlled entire states.
Yeah.
Organized crime
They
went...
still do. They're just called the Republican Party and the Democratic Party.
Touche. No, to be honest with you, what's funny is if you actually trace the money, like Mackinac Island, Mackinac City, pretty much all Prohibition gang money.
Really?
Pretty much. Oh yeah. A lot of these serious investors. Las Vegas, same thing.
Oh yeah, Vegas is definitely among them.
Well,
I didn't know it was Mackinac Island.
Well, Mackinac Island back in the 20s and 30s was the rich person's paradise. They didn't have gambling, but it was a rich person's paradise. And where the money goes, people follow.
That's neat. I didn't know that about Mackinac.
I don't have the exact statistics, but yeah, some of the biggest early investors, shall we say, were people who may or may not have had connections to organized crime that needed to find a legitimate business before all their money dried up. So they went to a rich person's paradise and opened up shop.
Cool.
But I'm sure you'll find those like, Jersey City and a bunch of other places, any place that money goes, they'll try to go there and,
Try not to think of Jersey City as a place that money comes.
well, like the boardwalk and everything.
I almost died right there. You saw it. It was touch and go for a moment.
This entire place is touch and go every moment, particularly high voltage. Hi, Moose.
Hi,
Hi, Moose. What's next?
I just got off the phone with Steve,
Who's Steve?
the building guy, but I don't want to talk to you about this on the board camera.
Oh! Geek House 7, Steve. Okay, cool. Alright. I have to have an official important meeting with Moose. You guys have fun. You watch me paint the whole thing. There's I gotta do corners, but we'll be back. Alright, time is 16:48 hours. We got a bit of viewer mail. I don't know what it is, but we'll check it out. It's more scissors. This is a theme. From Charles Anderson, thank you, sir. I gotta For Moose, for home, I can't believe you used your own scissors for the roof. This is Cray 451. I'm gonna put these on the top shelf in here because we're about to do the walls and then I'm gonna put all that on the walls.
Stuff. We got stuff.
Ooh, I gotta be careful with that. It's a 500 gig hard drive.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a really dumb way to ship a hard drive, but okay.
Oh, that works.
Cool. Alright. Well, that solves that problem. Let me know what this hard drive is for, sir. If it's for AV or if it's for machine shop. Just send me a note, let me know, and I'll see that it goes to the right spot. Thank you, sir. We'll be back with more fun stripping after this. 17:38 hours, and now base coat. This piece of wood in the back doesn't matter, it's just a hole filler for the moment. So you can But I was saying, I got a thing over there. I got a whole thing going. For this, good, then you're not going to see 90%.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
There
I'm gonna go, oh, I gotta do a little bit around the wood coverage.
Hey architect dude, how you doing? Yay. Oh, cool. To who? Oh, you sent it to Moose?
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the left. Come on by. Cool. Thank you, sir. Bob's got the form. He's on his way dropping it off. Hey, Moose.
Yeah.
I need a case of my phone. You, if you need something to paint, can paint trim for this set.
What?
You can paint the trim for this set.
I don't have trim for this one.
No, for this set.
I don't have trim for this subject.
You should paint trim for this set.
Well, I was avoiding it because I'm not, I was certain what we're gonna need.
Well, I know I need a 1x4 for around the wall.
Yeah, but that, you might need to talk with next week, so I was just gonna do everything.
Alright, start thinking about it.
Oh, so you know that metallic blue spray paint?
Yeah?
What do you think about that for the sign?
For the what?
For the studio signs?
For the studio what?
Signs!
Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay, I'm gonna go do a test on that.
Okay.
I got some.
You could use that fucked up sign.
Fucked up sign?
You made one sign that was fucked up.
Oh, I primed one yesterday, so I'm gonna paint on it. If you really hate it, I have more wood.
Okay.
But I think you'll love it. And I think I will hate it less.
So the non-stop hot stripping party continues here at the acreage. Now we're stripping and scraping. That's working great. Stripper with this thing? Yeah, look at that. And this has already been going over the first layer, right?
This is
The second burn.
the second. I don't know exactly because we got mixed up.
Okay.
Pretty sure this is the second time.
Yeah. That was great.
Is that paintable?
It'll need a little sanding, but yeah, that's pretty much paintable.
Oh, I need a break.
Okay. It's the thrilling excitement here in the AV wing.
It's holding the flagstick. We'll save that for
Decided that we're doing to it after the strip.
After we strip it, we're going to prime it and then we're going to paint it. I'm still not sure of the color. It's going to be yellow or blue. Each one, there's pros and cons for these.
I vote it's blue.
Huh? Your vote is blue?
I don't think you should do yellow. Because yellow gets dirty easy.
Blue gets dirty easy.
Well, yeah, but do the lighter blue.
You loving life, Mike?
I'm stoned on stripper or remover. What the shit is?
It's stripper, no matter what they call it. It's floor stripper.
We're not comparing that to pieces when we put it in with the stripper stuff, and then with the cans on the ingredients. Essentially, so
Yeah, we're pretty much out of stripper.
we're gonna do a test with the regular paint stripper and see if it's actually the same thing.
I used it on the very top layer and it didn't do a lot, but that top layer is almost entirely glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this I think is more,
It's, I don't know, let's see if it,
well, that, they haven't stopped.
right, so if it works, then
How much do they have in stock? Good.
The adhesive remover is kind of an oddball product, but the regular stuff is really common.
Okay.
Like 2 dozen.
Okay, so we're fine there.
well, if it works, we test
Okay.
this.
And the stuff I bought today, they found like in the way top shelf in the back corner. The lady was kind of grumpy, like, this is kind of heavy because it was in one big box.
So hard being hurt.
I was kind of a pain at the hardware store today.
That's what we do.
I contacted my old Japanese professor to see if he could help.
Oh, hey, tell them what you need.
We need people who can translate technical English into, well, Korean or Japanese or Spanish, maybe German.
Do they need to be local?
I prefer it because I need to record your voice.
Okay, so we need people. We're doing a client video, and we need people that can speak Korean, Spanish,
Japanese or
Japanese, or German.
German. We don't really need German so much.
Yeah, we've
because,
got
you know,
German covered pretty
most-
well. But we need people that can do voiceover work in the Grand Rapids area. This is very technical stuff, so if you just know how to order food in Japanese, it's not going to help you. Like those 10,000 hours of anime that you watch every week, that's not enough. It's like technical painting stuff.
I would prefer to be a translator and a speaker
Yeah.
because having someone just speak it can be its own clusterfuck.
But if the translator can't actually come in here to speak it, and we have somebody who like has really good pronunciation but
enough.
just happens to not know the diction, I guarantee there are people like that.
I'd re-
I went like this, so I like.
we
okay,
will
I
pay
guess
you
I'm
in
gonna-
pictures of Jabroni doing that naked.
Naked jabroni pictures. Yeah.
Don't Google naked jabroni pictures,
That
by the way.
sounds
Thank you.
actually Steve's internal thought process of anguish right now.
What? I'm not in anguish.
That's your internal angst. That sound.
I'm rather content right now.
He does them to squeak quite a bit.
I really don't have... He points that at me all of the damn time. It doesn't bother me anymore. Hi.
He's really nervous.
I want to get a bunch of baby
He's
chicks.
nervous.
Just
I want
wait for you to
really
squeak and see if they follow you.
Chris,
Yeah,
I gotta take off, but you want me here tomorrow at noon?
yes,
You gotta.
thank you, sir.
Yep.
I went off the rails.
We had rails. Oh, we were trying to pitch like, hey, we need translators.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were gonna get back to, you know, the important things we were talking about.
Oh, we pretty much covered it.
He's going back to a safe place.
Jabroni in his happy place.
You should look at the machine shop.
Okay.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning.
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium.
A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek.
Robot geek.
Physics geek.
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome.